इंट्रोडक्शन अभी गॉट इन करेंगे तब होगा ना। इंट्रोडक्शन भी देना पड़ेगा आईएमटी का। Hello everyone, I'm Sharad, assistant professor from IIMT group of engineering college. I'm here to discuss the topic innovation. We all know that innovation is something, it is generally considered as a new phenomena in the market as of now. But the thing is that this innovation is not a new phenomena. And we all know that innovation is about what? Like it's about bringing the new solution in the market to the existing problem or to the prospective problem that can occur in the future as well. So here on innovation, I can say that it comes with the three things actually. So innovation asks for what? It asks for novelty. The idea, it asks for the new idea. Okay? The thing has to be new. It asks for what? It asks for commercialization. The commercialization is the one aspect that actually makes the innovation complete. So whatever new idea is there, but if any company or things are not able to be commercialized, so it will not be called as a innovation. So for commercialization, when I'm talking about the commercialization, what it says, that we have to bring adaptability uh, in the market. So the product, whatever we are creating, that must be accepted by the people. And the acceptance will only come when it is creating usefulness and it is creating value for the people, for the consumer, for the customers. So the innovation is having the three aspects: novelty, usefulness, and you can say value creation and commercialization aspect. So one thing I would like to say that if innovation is not able to create any impact in the society, if any idea or any thought process or any creation, you can say, if it is not able to create impact in the society, impact in the lives of the society, then it will not be called as innovation. So if there will not be any impact, so it's quite obvious that people will not accept it. And without acceptance of the product or an idea or services, innovation will not be possible. This is one thing. So I was discussing like as people have a tendency to take it as a it's a kind of new phenomena because people are now seeing a lot of things around innovation, and so many there is a lot of R&D team, and things are getting organized. So as things are getting organized in the commercial system, and people are getting aware about this name, but as you can see in the PPT, I have mentioned over there that this is something inherent quality of a human being. If you talk about this innovation, we as a human, where we are right now, it is all due to our inherent quality to adopt new things, to make the things better, and our quality or our genetic quality to improve the things. We cannot stay the way things are, as if you talk about other species, they are. So as a human, we feel like improving the things, improving the system, going towards better, and that is what evolution has happened in our human growth. If I'll talk about, if you talk about the evolution of human, that is also because of we kept on adopting the new things, the better way, the better methods, whether it was in walking, whether it was in you all know the example of lighting the fire with the help of stones. So this is all because of we had that ability to always bring new things, to new solutions to the existing problem, or bring new solution to the problem, you can say. So this is what something, it's very much, it's an inherent quality of a human being. And I will go for the next slide. As you can say here, so here the first point you can see, to sustain growth. So when we are talking about to sustain growth, why this three words are important in innovation? See, innovation normally, see, as our ecosystem is very dynamic, right? So being in a dynamic nature, things are keep on changing, right? If things are changing, as we said, as we all know that humans are very dynamic in their nature, as well as the adaptability quality of the human, the flexibility quality of a human. And also I will take the name of rigidity. Humans have two sort of quality, inherent quality in them. The first thing I will say, the flexibility or adaptability, and second thing I will say, rigidity. The rigidity also brings, gives dimension or direction to innovation. And flexibility and adaptability is always the case, and it always gives a scope for the innovation. So as we are in a dynamic system, dynamic ecosystem, the things, our need and priorities keeps on changing. Our requirements keeps on changing. The thing which is required today maybe will not be required in tomorrow in the same intensity. Maybe the intensity can differ, but things will be required, right? So here, as the intensity keeps on going upward and downward, so we have to bring the product or services according to our intensity. If we talk about like today's scenario, we all know that uh, video in the mobile is required today. If you talk about the scenario of 60s and 70s, 1960s and 1970s, if there was an invention of YouTube and all those things, do you think that would have been same, that could have been as successful as it is today? I think it's highly impossible, because at that time the situations and the priorities were not for this, and our ecosystem was not developed for the this kind of technology. So the development of this technology, the kind of success this technology, video technology is having today, might not be having in 60s and 70s, because this ecosystem was not developed as the thing. Need was not as same as it is today. As the globalization has happened, the need has developed for having the video technology, and this need is intensifying the day by day. Our globalization intensity is also increasing. The need for this video technology is also increasing, as we need connectivity. We need connectivity with authentications. As we all know that so many things are happening, like where identity issues there. For those things we need it. So to sustain growth for the companies need to keep on bringing the solutions to a new problem. As ecosystem is changing, obviously the problem will also change. The impact of the problem may change. It may become more intensive, or it may become less intensive, depending on the situation that is going to occur in future or in the current scenario. So as the impact is increasing, if impact is increasing, obviously we need to modify our product. We need to modify our product in terms of on, or maybe we need to bring in the new product which have the solution for the existing problem. Or it can be like we can bring in a new product, or we can push for the new product, the challenges which is going to occur in future, which we can visualize today. As we all are discussing, like climate change. Climate change is obviously it's in a very nascent stage. The impact of the climate change is in a nascent stage, but as we all know, in the future, the impact of the climate change is going to be more severe. So people or R&D team must be working to bring in some sort of technology that helps us minimize the impact of global warming and climate change. Not directly, but we can counter it directly or indirectly, both ways. Indirectly, we can say by minimizing the greenhouse gas emissions, by minimizing the other factors which is leading to the global warming situation, we can counter the climate change as well. To minimize this factor, we need to bring in the technology. As we all know, that we are kind of bringing the technology like solar system. Solar things we are bringing. We are trying to bring in the electricity through the wind power, rather than only going with the conventional methods, right? We are having the electric cars now. So electric cars is in trend right now, but it was not earlier, because earlier this kind of need was not there. So electric car, again, I'm coming to the previous conversation I was discussing, like again, electric cars, if Tesla has introduced the electric car in 90s or in 80s, the Tesla might not be having the same sort of success what it is having today, because the need for tackling this environment environmental change, this is which is happening in negative way, we need to bring in this kind of technology. This kind of technology is a kind of necessity for today, right? To bring the sustainability of human and sustainability of the company as well. The company need a consistent streams of new product and services and business model and processes which can tackle this uncertainty, which can tackle our need to stay in the market. Yeah, this is what. So as I just discussed with you, like innovation has three aspects: novelty, useful, and successful implementation or commercialization, right? And I just told you, like no impact, no innovation, right? So innovation, you can say like Tata Nano tried to bring in the innovation, but impact was not as it was desired. So sometimes people do their best, but sometimes we are not able to achieve the desired outcome of productivity what we were expecting actually. So this point is very important because I have seen with people around me, like people get a bit of they have a bit of confusion between innovation and invention. Innovation and invention is something like people get, they mix this together. Even in the class, I have seen like people mixing up these two wordings, you can say. So people think that invention itself is a innovation, but it is not true. Here you can find the differences over here. Like invention is something like that. It is the first occurrence of an idea. So if any idea is there, right? If any idea is there, which idea we convert into a product or service, again will be called as an invention. Product, mostly we talk about the product invention, right? So if we are able to convert our idea into product, again, which is new, which has the novelty characteristic and also usefulness. So useful, then we can call it as an invention, right? It is the first occurrence of an idea, the first thing which has happened, an idea. But an idea which has happened for the first time gets on towards the path of development. An idea today will not be same. We work on the idea. So we have brought in the product. The way once human comes in the world, they also grow up. They goes through the different stages of life. So even innovation is also in the same way. So once the invention has happened, so to bring in the innovation, it has to go through phases. And we all know that. You can take the example of airplane. The invention of the airplane was something. And if you see, the technology was used in airplane, and the airplane which we are using as of in today's current market is quite different. So airplane was an invention, but to make it commercially successful, we had to bring in a lot of changes. We had to bring in a lot of, we had to deal with a lot of situations. Those situations, once we are dealing with those situations, then if those dealings are getting as per the desire and going in a right direction, then you can call it as an acceptance. If we are able to create acceptance of our invention, acceptance with willingness to pay by the customers, then you can say it as an innovation. Here is also mentioned that innovation is the first commercialization of an idea. So commercialization will be the part of innovation that it will that it gets differentiation from invention. Okay? And also, if you talk about the differentiation points, then you can also see over here, it's mentioned. So innovation happen in commercial phase. So innovation, to make the innovation happen, obviously you need to make it happen in the market. Acceptance by the people. Market is all about buyer and seller. You have the product which has been invented by you, then you need to make it successfully implemented in the market. Okay. Once you do that thing, obviously it will be called as an innovation. So we need a commercial share. Okay. So here, and the second point you can see over there, invention is something like that. It can happen anywhere. We all know that it can in university. It happens. There is a R&D team for most of the companies who work on producing the new technology and a new product. So R&D team is there. It can happen anywhere. R&D team is not R&D office is not a commercial place. That is happening inside the premises of an organization. But for innovation, can you make it commercially successful in the R&D office? No, you need to go out in the market and create acceptance and have a communication with your audience or your customers. Uh, Try to create the relevancy of your product and try to create acceptance and willingness to pay in the minds of the customer. Then it can happen. And also the main point over here, I will discussing over here that invention is the product focused approach. Invention is based on the product. You create product. It's more about creation of a product. But if you talk about the innovation, to make the product commercially successful, you need to deal with the multiple situation as I was discussing. You need to deal with the situations like you need to bring in the knowledge about what? Knowledge about your customers, knowledge about your market, knowledge about the industry structure, knowledge about your multiple things, right? And also the capabilities you need to develop. There. You need to develop the capabilities to stay in the market. Capabilities like your manufacturing capabilities, production capabilities, and all these things. Skills is required in terms of if you need to create acceptance, you need to have a skill like skill to connect with the people to create the acceptance. Like we all know that Steve Jobs for his Apple, he had the skill to connect with the people. So that thing is skill in terms of this marketing skills, skills in the terms of technical skills, all this combined together, then it comes as a innovation. But for invention, you don't need to have a marketing skills. You don't need to have skills like resource personal skills. So for the invention, you can have it with the product focus. You can have it in your R&D department, in your university, in your any place where you feel like doing the invention sort of, right? So this is the one thing. So it's why I'm coming to this point. So first we need to remove our confusions in the concept. So once we'll remove the confusion in our concept, then only we can understand the things in a more better way. Yeah. So approaches in innovation. It's also very important. See, innovation, as I told you, it's a new idea. Okay? It's about a new idea which has the usefulness and ability to commercialize in the market. So that is called innovation. So what are the approaches we can, how we can bring in the innovation is also important. We can do it by product innovation. It's mostly whenever we talk about the innovation, people think of this as a product innovation, but it is not only limited with the product, limited to the product innovation. And there are multiple things there. You can also bring the process innovation. So process innovation, as I mentioned over there, the Six Sigma, if you talk about again operations there. So it improves the process of operation. The Six Sigma is something like that. It brings impact in the terms of variation. It limits the variation in terms of your production. So normally, if you're manufacturing millions of product, there are chances that variations will occur in the terms of size of the product and the quality of the product, all these things. But Six Sigma is a kind of technology that has been brought. It is something like it helps in minimizing the variations among the products. So this is what. So this is also innovation, right? It's a new thing you have brought it. Earlier the mistakes were more. Now you have minimized the mistakes. What was happening? You have minimized the variations in terms of product, and less variation. It's a better as a company. Right? So if you are able to create a uniform a platform which is having the same product for all, obviously it's a success story for a company, right? So again one thing is there. I mentioned that a new source of supply. Dell, we all know Dell, right? Just in time technology is also one kind of thing, and also you can say it as a cold storage distribution system. Okay, this is the new way of supplying the product into the market, right? And we all know cold storage is the need as science has grown in the market for vaccines, for the other things like the perishable goods. We needed this kind of technology because it is something dealing with the waste management as well. So it minimizes our It always minimizes our waste materials, right? So if we are able to bring in the cold storage chain, cold storage technology, so obviously we have helped ourselves in doing the things in a better way. So earlier, out of suppose out of 100, 50 apples were getting spoiled due to the while in the transit. Now, due to the cold storage and all the systems, it will be less. Same thing with the milk. Earlier, if you are suppose having the gallons of milk supplying to the other city, and due to the not having the cold storage facility, there was a spoilage. So what cold storage did? Cold storage chain did it brought a better management, or it brought efficiency. It brought improved distribution system and new distribution system. Earlier, it was not the part of the system. So improved and new, obviously improved and new and usefulness. And if your acceptance is always there, that is a part and parcel of our daily lives. Okay? So Dell also did one innovation in terms of distribution. Earlier, the computers were sold at the store. What Dell did, Dell took the Dell took the orders from the customers, and after that, after taking the orders from the customer, they assembled the different parts of their computer. They assembled and they sold it to the customer. So this is how, just in time, after getting the order from the customer, they started combining the different, they started doing the assembling process. The assembling process helped Dell achieve the success in the market, as it minimized the cost for the company, and they started selling the laptops in a affordable price. So we all know that is a sort of innovation they brought in the market, and that reduced cost brought affordability for the customer, and also it given the revenue generation for the company. And it was something new way of doing the things, rather than going in a conventional way and selling the product in the market. And through the dealers, they started doing this assembling process. And this is how they brought this thing. Exploitation of the new market. New market, you can say, like the product which is successful in one region, one parameter we can have like this: the product which is successful in one market, the same product cannot be successful in other market, because the dynamism of the other market, it could be geographical dynamism, it could be demographic dynamism. So the demographic and geographic dimension of the other market will be different. But to create acceptance again will be a challenge. One product cannot be commercially successful in all regions with the same baseline. There need to have some sort of modification, maybe in terms of positioning, maybe in terms of value creation, maybe in terms of value proposition, maybe in terms of many other factors. But we need to modify not only in the product, but we need to modify in our positioning as well. Sometimes the positioning also is important. Positioning also brings the innovation. Right? That's one thing. A new way or new ways to organize the business. How the business is organized. Like conventional, as of now, we know that we are seeing a lot of companies are getting developed in e-commerce, right? So that is the one thing. And if you talk about the this particular model, which distribution system supplies in one model is the hub and spoke model, where it's mostly used in logistics, rather than from coordinating it from the origin destination to the destination which is planned. What here companies do, they create their hubs. They create their hubs, and whatever logistics they have in the particular region, they put the logistics over there. From there, again, the connecting networking team, they take the product and they deliver it to the destined area. So this is how this model is also business model innovation. If you talk about the business model innovation, Netflix, you can take the example. They have brought in the new sort of business model, right? Subscription-based model. So subscription-based model was not earlier. It is also something very innovative idea Netflix has brought in the market for its customer. And that innovation got commercially successful because it was creating the usefulness for the customer, and it was also commercially successful because it was making the things more affordable for the people, because by going out there in the movie, in the theater for the movie, multiplexes for the movie, it was costlier. So if you are able to buy a movie at home, it is adding a lot of value in the customer's aspect. So adding value is that it saves you time. Adding value is that it minimizes the cost, it reduces the cost of watching the movie rather than going in the multiplexes and paying over there. You can have the rental from the Netflix as well. So these are the major value addition for the customer that has happened. Netflix, I mean, just so many things are there. Amazon, and Amazon also gone for this business model changes. Amazon business model, as we all know, it is e-commerce business model. Like earlier, the things which were getting at the physical store, like crossword is there at the bookstore. Crossword is there. They were selling the book. They still sell the books at the bookstore. But Amazon started their journey with selling the books online. Selling the books online was a different sort of business model they started up. It was not there in the market before Amazon has come. So Amazon has created this sort of business model. Again, why I'm saying it's an innovation. We, as I told you, that it was a new idea. It was an idea which was useful for the customer. As selling the books online, it saved the cost for the company as well, inventory cost and physical store cost. Those savings they have distributed to the customer by selling to the customer through the online channel. So, technology, we will talk about the innovation technology. Mostly people think of it as a product technology. So when I'm talking about the innovation technology, what are the technology we can use? Here I'm discussing about the product technology is mostly it's focused on about how to create or improve the product. And this is the one way. And production technology is how to produce them. How to produce is also having a lot of scope in terms of innovation. There can be different ways of producing the same thing, like energy. Earlier, energy, if you talk about energy, can be produced through the wind energy. You can take it from the other sources as well. Solar energy. Again, so many now different channels are there, and we produce energy. Okay. So earlier, this solar energy system was not there. Though solar energy was always, solar system was always available for the people, but we didn't know how to exploit this opportunity, how to exploit this resource. Now we got the new understanding about this. So we started exploiting solar energy through the technology, what we have developed. And also, I'm talking about this wind energy. Wind has always been the part of the earth, right? It's a component of the earth, but still, if you talk about this technology was not prevalent in the market. So this wind technology is something new. People are using it. Usefulness is there, and also it's commercially getting success due to a couple of things. As we are heading towards climate change, we are getting forced towards it. As the population is growing, the need for the energy is growing day by day. So we need to bring in the more channels to produce energy. Those channels will be there through the different things. That is also innovation. How to produce the same thing you can produce in a multiple ways. Like I give you an example of this energy. Let's talk about the types of disruption. Types of disruption. I will types of disruption, not types of innovation. I will talk about. First, I think I will start with the disruptive innovation. Disruptive innovation is something it challenges the existing dominant player. So why I'm talking about this is very important, disruptive innovation, because this is it's a very core to this innovation. So in disruptive innovation is mostly brought up by the small medium sector enterprises, small startups. Why startups has to bring in the disruptive innovation? The reason is only one thing, that a startup they cannot counter the existing player, dominant player in the market by coming through the conventional way. So you cannot tackle those dominant and powerful companies, which is the market leader on already existing in the market with a lot of market share. So to tackle those companies, you need to bring in the new way of doing the same. You need to challenge the existing way of doing is not exactly is perfect way. So see here, startup companies, they challenge the existing dominant players' existence by bringing in the new way of doing the things, by bringing the new technology, the new way of doing things. If I'll give you an example, before that, I will cover this point. It can be described as a process where companies have takes and establish incumbent business. This is the one thing. And the major thing, what disruptive innovation is about, disruptive innovation brings affordability and accessibility. The perfect example of this you can take as a Geo. Earlier, Airtel was the market leader before Jio has come in the market. But after this, after Jio has come in the market, what they did, Airtel was doing their service, but they were going towards that. No, they were not bringing the product which create accessibility for all. So here, the gap which Airtel had created, the gap by not giving the solution where we can increase the volume or we can increase the market of for this cell phone market, or we can say mobile network market. So here the gap Geo identified, and they saw that in India there is a lot of possibility. So many people are not using mobile phone as of now. So these customers can be, these people can be our customer if we are able to create affordability and accessibility in the market. And they did that by using this business model, freemium. We all know that they started with the freemium, like free services, and free services, people started using it because it was not costing them anything. So it created the affordability. And with this affordability, the large chunk of people in India who were not using the mobile phone and cell phone, they started using the mobile phone and a cell phone. As there was no cost for that. Hardly there was a cost of buying the mobile. That was the only cost. There was no cost of for monthly cost was avoided by the company. So there was no monthly cost that was involved with the things. That's why Jio took Airtel by bringing the disruption in their business model. They didn't create the new market. They didn't create the new technology, but they created what? They created affordability and accessibility. And as of now, we all know the position of the Jio as of now. Right? So this is all disruptive market. If I talk about the other examples of disruption is digital payment companies. If you talk about the digital payment companies, they also brought the disruption in the market. And they created what? They created affordability and accessibility in the market. The affordability was what? Affordability towards like people, some like earlier it was a situation is people had to go for the banking physical premises, banking premises, and they had to wait a lot of time what it was taking. Now just through the digital payment we can transfer the money while sitting at home at any place we feel like transferring the money. So a lot of banking services we can do at home, and transaction we can do it at very ease rather than going to the particular banking premises and doing all this transaction. Netflix again is a part of disruptive innovation. It is something, it has again created the affordability, and I given you the example of affordability and accessibility. And it also countered this multiplex industry. Multiplex industry was dominating, and it's still dominating, but Netflix disrupted that thing. They stopped the way it was going actually in the market. They also brought the new business model by subscription based, and they brought the movie in your phone. Earlier, movie was can only be seen at the theater, at the movie hall, multiplexes. But now movie, you can watch it in your mobile. It's something like a new things they have done it, right? So this new thing which created affordability and accessibility, you can call it as a disruption. Disruption itself says to stop or to somewhere to disrupt how the things are going as of now in the market, right? Uber has also done the same thing. Now we'll talk about this thing. How do disruptive technology cause modern market leaders to fail even when they seem to do everything right? So here, as I told you, like the market dominant player, if any ABC company is there, and they are dominating the market. But when you start dominating the market, there always be some gap. You start, going towards the higher end segment. So once you start dominating, you start pushing towards the higher end segment. Obviously, the lower segment they gets neglected by the company. So this neglected approach by the company creates gap in the market, and this startups they try to go for that gap. They try to fill the gap. The same thing, the gap was there in the Netflix also created the bridge in that gap, the bridge by bringing the movie in your phone, right? So this thing is that the gap, the factor we need to bring in the bridge for the same thing so that we can bring disruption as the things are going on. We need to stop it there, and new things comes in the market which has the acceptance by the people, and affordability we have already created, and accessibility we need to bring in through the distribution system and through the acceptance. So here one thing you can see, disruption innovation. Disruptive innovation works on a good enough product. Disruptive innovation will bringing the breakthrough kind of situation or technology. As I told you, they focus on the affordability and those things. So affordability things are there. It means we are targeting that segment which is looking for the product, but they don't have the means and resources to go for that product on a regular basis or on a normal basis. So they are not able to join that product group customers, but they have the need. So that need is being unfulfilled. The market is same. Yeah. And one thing I will want to mention about that, disruptive innovation works on the same market. The market that I told you, like market for if I'm talking about the market for the people who watch movie, Netflix came into that. The market for the people who do the taxis, Uber did the same thing. Okay. So this is how it comes. So here, the people who are on a higher segment, okay, they are getting the product, but the lower segment people are getting missed by the companies which is dominating in the market due to their prominence in the market. Again, they keep on moving towards the higher end segment to gain the maximum profit. So the segment which is left over here is the lower end segment mostly. So we need to cater those. So we need to create the product which is just good enough, which serves the purpose, right? Which serves the purpose of buying the technology, right? So this is how disruptive innovation comes. It creates a good enough product. It's a good enough product because we need to create affordability as well. So we go for the good enough product with the affordable price so that people can afford the things, and this affordability will give the new market will be same, but industry will be same, but again it creates your technology more relevant and prevalent in the market. Okay? Here's a radical innovation. I'll talk about the radical itself says that fundamentals. Whenever there is a breakthrough innovation, breakthrough technology, that creates breakthrough technology does what? It creates completely a new market or a new product category. Like iPod is there. iPod and like this things. iPod is a one kind of radical innovation you can take it as. Okay? And if you talk about the radical innovation, if you talk about this cell phone, iPod, driverless car is having the completely new technology. Radical innovation is something, it also works on a new technology. It brings in the new technology to solve the problem. That problem may not be existing, may not be having the high intensive. It may be it's a low intensive need, but or maybe it's a future need. Like we can say the driverless car. Driverless car is a completely radical innovation. It's going to bring in the new technology. It's going to change the way car is moving on the road. So still it's in a very nascent stage. It's in the acceptance stage, has not come. But still, if I'll talk about the driverless car, it is being into the radical innovation. Personal computer is something like earlier computer was mainframe computer. If you talk about it was a huge computer. We needed one room to keep that computer. But nowadays, after having the radical changes has happened, fundamental changes has happened, and the personal computer has been created. Cell phone, when it was first brought into the market, it was a radical innovation. It was very new technology, and for the cell phone, there was a new market actually. The cell phone created a new market, And we all know this cell phone is having its own market, right? So this new market and a new technology and new knowledge. Radical innovation only comes with a new knowledge. It is not something like which is based on the existing knowledge, existing way of doing. Like iPod was not, that kind of technology was not existing. It was completely new technology for the people. This is how this Walkman, if you remember, Walkman was the one technology. It is obsolete as of now, but it was a completely radical based new technology has come in the market, new knowledge has been created in the market, and that new technology, new market has developed as per the time. And obviously every product goes through the product life cycle, like introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So it has also been the part of the decline, but new technology has come up in the market. Obviously, as a human being, we keep on improving the things, but these will be kind of radical innovation. The two things over, three things I will be mentioning: new knowledge, new technology, unmet needs, the needs which are not being met as of now. Listening song in the Walkman was something was not earlier. It was unmet needs. This is how it comes the radical innovation. So focus on this. What it takes to bring the radical innovation, the counterintuitive mindset, and focus on emerging market. Exploratory research is also one thing. If you want to do fundamental change, right? If you want to bring in something new, so you need to explore the opportunities. You need to explore the fundamentals. What are the things which can be brought in the market? So exploration about new knowledge is required, and that new knowledge exploration attitude and that zeal will bring the radical innovation. You need to counter. You need to have you need to bring in the counterintuitive market mindset. In men's, like when I'm talking about this, I'm saying you need to have the ability to question yourself, what you're thinking and where it will bring. What you're thinking is really going to bring in the innovation or not. It's going to be useful or not. You need to have all this attitude as well. Focus on the emerging market. It's never focused on the very much existing market. It focuses on the emerging, which is having the potential market, you can say. So there can be a emerging market or situations in future. It can be very demanded as electric cars are there. Electric cars, if I'm talking about the Tesla, it's completely radical innovation. The way fundamentals of the Tesla car is totally changed. So normally cars are being run on this petrol, diesel, and all course. Tesla brought the electric technology in the market, the new fundamentals to run the car. So that fundamentals are, you can see it as a radical innovation, right? So Tesla electric cars is an emerging market. It's not a market, something which is very much existing and with dominance. Right? It's a new market. It's going to come. Sustaining innovation. We all know that as we are going through living in a dynamic structure, we are living in an ecosystem which is very dynamic and it keeps on changing. So, and it keeps on bringing the new market. So in that scenario, sustaining innovation works. As you can see that I have mentioned, here, if you talk about the Samsung phone, and if you talk about any mobile phone company, what they do, they keep on bringing the new improved product as per the new demands. Keeps on coming, but the intensity of the demand is not so high. It's related demands. Yeah. So foldable phones, as phone size has, as you can see, as we are seeing the phone size is increasing from very small phone to now we have the bigger size phone. So obviously there has one need has emerged out of that. The need emerged because of this big phones. It's creating uncomfort in the hands of the people, uncomforts while carrying it. So Samsung created the foldable phones. Foldable phones is creation of sustaining market, right? This is how the sustaining innovation. It works to improve the existing products. Samsung is already having the mobile, but that we need to improve our product by creating it foldable phones. It's creating more value. It's creating more value by making the phone. It's more handy, right? It does not create the new market. This is very important. Phone market is also always there. The basic phone, Samsung phone, fundamentals of the Samsung all phone will be same, but it brings changes to serve a higher segment. This is one very important thing. Seeking to get better at what we are already doing and upgrading product and services to attract higher segment. When come, and this is mostly sustaining innovation is done by the well-established company. Whenever any company is getting well-established in the market, obviously they need to sustain in the market. For sustainability, they need to bring in the new and improved product so that they can serve more segments, the new segments they can serve in the market. So this new segment and better segments, and who gives the profitability? Sustaining innovation also focused on the profitability, higher profitability. So sustaining innovation is focused towards the highest segment, and for highest segment, obviously we need to upgrade our product if we satisfy the needs of the highest segment. Foldable mobiles are the need of the highest segment because foldable mobile is not affordable. It's a better upgraded technology. It's giving more value addition for the people, but for that value addition it will come with some cost. So here the thing is that it focused on the existing market, it focused on upgrading the product, and it is focused towards the higher end segment, right? And here it's one of the most, I will say, most trending innovation is going on as of now in the market. Social innovation. Social innovation, what is that? So whenever like we try to bring solution, bring new way of doing to counter the existing problems, that we call existing problem, existing social problem, that will be called as social innovation. Social innovation, like the problems like poverty, malnutrition in developing country, illiteracy is developing, malnutrition, illiteracy, all this what social problem. Because of this, society as a social unit, every unit is getting hampered. The productivity of unit is getting hampered and getting affected negatively. So we need to bring in the new ways of doing the things, as I have mentioned over there. Like midday meal is a very good example of this social innovation, because illiteracy, illiteracy differs in a region to region, but again, it's a part of Indian system. So illiteracy is still there in the market. We need to counter it because we need to understand what exactly is stopping people to come to the schools and colleges. Yeah. So here we try to bring in the midday meal to motivate people, to motivate small kids, to motivate students to come at the college so that they can get their meal. And this is having two-factor motivation: the motivation factor from the parent side and motivation factor from the student side, kids side. So when these two things are getting countered, and also at this midday meals, we are also able to counter by providing the healthy food. We are able to counter the malnutrition issues, which is prevalent in the developing countries. So this is if you want to tackle the illiteracy, we need to motivate people. We need to create a system which invites people towards the schools and college by removing the obstacle. Obstacle was for going college, and means people were the people from the poor family, they were not able to afford the food system. They were not able to have the proper food system. Because of that, they are not able to stay in the schools and their schools for the longer time. So because of that, this was created by K. Kamaraj and from the Karnataka. And we all know this was the one thing was developed from there. It's a part of Indian system as of now. So now most of the states, I will say almost all the states are having this midday meal facility for the kids and for the primary section till the primary section of the education system. Khan Academy is also one thing which is I will try to bring in over here. Khan Academy, you all know that, is also tried to remove the social issues by providing them the online videos, online free videos. So online free videos is something Khan Academy tried to bringing the solution for the students who are not able to afford the classes, which is highest you can say higher education classes they are not able to afford. So Khan Academy brought this free online videos to tackle these social issues. So it was also kind of new way of this. Three things again is there. It was a new thing, novelty was there, it was useful for the people, and also commercially successful. Through this, he also and a lot of thanks to the advertisement, YouTube advertisements, and all these things. So social innovation is very trending to deal with, to tackle the social problems of the society, of our society. We need to tackle this through the new way of doing, as K Kamaraj has started this doing it, right? So this is all from the innovation from me. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I wish you all the best. We'll meet soon again for the same. Thank you.